Hello, everyone. Welcome to E-Door to the World, and this is Tyler.
Hello, everyone. This is Raymond.
And today we're going to talk about something a little bit different than we normally do.
Yes.
We're going to talk not about music, but we're going to talk about how to organize your life and, more specifically, how to organize your goals.
That's right.
I know you guys are probably thinking, oh, I'm a kid. I don't need to have goals. I don't need to have organization. But you're wrong, because what you do now will make a huge difference in your life when you're in college, when you're in your 20s, when you're in your 30s, for the rest of your 40s, 50s, for the rest of your life. So if you can learn to organize goals now, you will be so much more successful, you'll be so much more accomplished, and you'll be so much better.
Yes, and we all know that setting goals could be difficult, right?
Very difficult, yeah. So we're going to try and make it easier for you guys with this most recent article. The first thing we're going to talk about is this article. There are 7 steps. Not 1, not 2, not 3, but 7 different steps. And that's okay. We're going to make these as easy for you as we can. But if you guys do this, trust me, you will have a much better life. I'm going to be upfront. I think this article could be more specific to you kids, but Raymond and I, we're going to try and make that the goal here. Make it more specific for you kids. So, let's first talk about why. Raymond, why is it important to organize your goals? Why do you think?
I think the reason why is that you need a specific goal and steps to make it happen. So you will have, say if you want to hike Jade Mountain. Yushan, right? You don't just go and hike. You need to do practice. You need to do like small mountains first, so that you are able to hike Jade Mountain in the future. So it's not like you can just hike whatever when it's the time. And
That's perfect. Like it brings up an idea, not an idea, but a memory of a time I knew somebody who they had a goal of doing a marathon.
That's 21K or 42.
They did no preparation. They just went and tried to do a marathon.
And get hurt.
They got hurt. They got very hurt. Yes. So you're right. Like you have to consider, number 1, the time. How long is it going to take to do this thing?
Yes.
The other thing that you have to consider is that sometimes you have to consider your own mind. What kind of a mindset do you have to have in order to do this thing? What do you have to be thinking about? What do you have to be focusing on? And then finally, like you said, actually finishing the goal. You have to do steps in order to build up that ability to actually hike Yushan Mountain. Like it's pretty difficult hike. Try Huotoshan first, and then maybe try Yanmingshan after that. But like build it up gradually. You gotta have organized goals. The first step the article talks about is doing what's called a brain dump. Now, have you ever heard this terminology before, Raymond?
No, I know mind map, but I never
mind mapping, So mind mapping is more organized than a brain dump. Essentially what it is, it gets everything out. So whatever you've got
brain
going...
dump, right?
Yeah, brain dump.
Yes.
Yeah, a mind map is organizing. A brain dump is where you take all the thoughts inside your head and just get them out.
Yes,
like write them out.
Down and,
You can do it on a computer. You can get out a pen and paper, write it down. You can even pull out your phone, hit record, and then just say everything that's on your mind.
Yeah, I think we can give them an example about brain dump.
An example of a brain dump is, okay, you sit down, you get a piece of pen and paper. I like pen and paper. Or for you kids, get out your phone and go to the notes. Go to the notes section of your phone. So just go to the notes section of your phone, like create a memo, and just whatever is on your mind, write it down. Anything that comes to your mind. I don't care if it's going to the moon. I don't care if it's becoming president. The biggest thing, the smallest thing, write it out. That's the first thing you want to do. Just get everything out there and make sure you have it written down. Don't just think it, make it into physical words. Because you want to be able to see it. You want to see it and be able to visualize this thing. Do the brain dump. Get everything out there. See it, and then you can start to organize it. It's like, okay, is this a long-term goal? Is it like a short-term goal? Yeah. Is this like a tomorrow thing? Is it a today thing?
A year thing.
Organize it, yeah.
So I think once you write them down, you will have a bit better picture and idea about how to achieve them.
Yeah. And this is actually why a lot of people encourage journaling, because when you write something, it also has a calming effect. So this is like kids, do this. It'll make a huge difference. Even if you're just like feeling anxious about something, just write out what your thoughts are. Let's get back to organization and doing your goals. We then go to step 2. Step 2 is important because now we need to do what's called defining. You have to give a clear reasoning. You need a clear reason as to why you want to do this thing. Because if it's something that's important to you, you're going to actually do it. But if it's not, you're not going to get to it, ever. Mm-hmm. So that's the first thing. I like to think, what's something that's meaningful? What's something that really matters to you? Because a meaningful life requires meaningful goals. The life you want has to have the goals that you want as well.
And usually things will get harder, right? The tasks and the goals could be difficult for you to achieve. So just think about like, why do you want to keep going to keep achieving this goal in your life?
Yeah, that's 100% correct, because just like you said, when you get to those difficult moments, your why...
You want to give up.
You want to give up. Like, I remember when I first started on my health journey, and I really wanted to give up eating healthy, but I always went back to my why. Like, why was I becoming healthy? Why was I eating healthy? That was the only reason I kept going to the gym. That was the only reason some days that was all I needed to get me to go from, okay, I'm going to have this yogurt instead of having that Jeonju Nai Cha.
Yeah, I think a lot of people, they struggle for eating healthy, right?
Yeah.
Because when they are under stress, they just want to eat the ones like sugary desserts and cakes.
They want that instant sense of
satisfaction.
The instant satisfaction. But if you've got your why, when you hit those difficult times, it's going to keep you going. So ask yourself, would I be glad I did this? Would I be glad that I got a soda and fries and a burger? Or would I be glad that I got maybe fruits, vegetables? Now, I'm not saying all the time, but I'm talking about most of the time. And then we go to then step 3. Step 2 was clarify your why. Yes. Step 3 is categorize your goals. Put them into little boxes. These can be, for example, goals for yourself. What kind of a person do you want to be? Health goals for yourself. They can be school. I like to think for you kids, you guys have 3 categories. You guys have school. Mm-hmm. You guys have your friends and family. And you guys have yourself. Can you do more? Always. You can always do more. Yes. But these 3 you cannot miss. You've got to take care of yourself. You've got to do your schoolwork. And you've got to keep learning. And you've got to maintain your relationships with your friends, your family, all of these things. If you've got more, great. But do not forget these 3. What do you think there's any others you would say are the most important besides those 3, Raymond?
Well, I think for students nowadays, I do agree with you that the 3 things would be the students, they should focus on for now.
Yeah, I always want to make sure that you guys are prepared, kids, that you guys are prepared for the future. So prioritize the things that are mattering to you the most, and those will change.
Okay, and then move on to the step 4.
Yeah.
Break goals into projects or habits.
Yeah.
Because like we mentioned before, if you want to hike Giant Mountain, right, you need to do small mountains first to get preparation for a bigger, much difficult hike in the future.
Yeah, and I will 100% agree with that. When you want to achieve anything, you need to have small steps.
Yes.
But additionally, I would also add to that, have a time frame.
Oh, yes.
In terms of when you want to accomplish that. Like, okay, I want to hit this mountain at this time, and then I want to try to hit this mountain like 2 weeks later. Maybe not that fast, but just having a timeline for everything. just because if you don't have a timeline, you're not going to have that sense of urgency. Like you said, like Raymond said, kids, start off small.
And easy.
Yeah. Small and easy. It can be challenging for you, but challenging is not the same as you don't want to be crying in the first stage.
Oh, it's something you can take.
You're sweating a little. It's like we use this with exercise. You're sweating a little bit, and it's a little bit uncomfortable, but you're not crying.
Yes, that's right.
Do it. If it's a little difficult, that's okay. If it's extremely difficult, maybe not. You're not ready. So start off small, 1 to 2 things at a time. That's the other thing. Don't try to do everything at once. You won't make any progress, guys, because you guys are already busy. You've got school, all the studying you guys have got to do. You don't want to overwhelm yourself with other stuff. Now, once you break your goals into projects, start working on your habits. This is still part of step 4. Your habits are essential because what you do repeatedly, and I'll define a habit real quick for you guys. A habit is anything you do without thinking about it. Make sure your habits are helping your goals. I had a habit, kids. I would often travel into Taipei, and when I would come back from Taipei, the first thing I would do was I would go to a 7-Eleven or a Family Mart, and I would buy something to eat because I was hungry. That was not a good idea because I would buy junk food, and my goal was to be healthy. So that did not help my goal. You guys need to ask yourself, are your habits helping or hurting your goals? And then from there, we go to step 5, prioritize your goals. What do I mean? 3 things. What's important to you? What's urgent? Urgent means that it has to be done sooner, not later. Okay? So pick up a random one. If your goal is to get married, you guys are 12, 13, 14, and 15. It's not urgent. You guys don't need to get married yet. That's not urgent.
Yes.
That's later. Is it important? Yes. Is it urgent? No. And finally, what's helpful? That's pretty easy. Anything that helps you. Anything that builds you up. From here, we're going to step 6. Choose an organizational system. Organizational system just means how you organize everything. And I like to say simple, memorable, consistent. Simple being, if you can't say it in 3 or 4 words, it's not simple. Memorable, just easy to remember.
Yes.
Consistent, you can do it again and again and again and again and again. So that's step 6. Very easy, very short. Step 7, the last one, reflect and adjust. This just means things change. Your lives are going to change, okay? Every day is different. Every year is more different. Be okay if something comes up and you've got to change your goals. You've got to change some things around. That's okay. That's part of life. So just be flexible. Yeah. Raymond, you got anything you want to add to that or?
Because we all know that setting goals and achieving goals will be very difficult, right? So I think it just you can just reward yourself once you achieve like smaller goal.
Oh yeah. That's a great When you achieve a goal, reward yourself.
So you
for sure.
have motivation to keep going to achieve like bigger goals. In your life.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, but I would say you reward yourself, kids. Get yourself like every once in a while, reward yourself. But try to build this as a system that you have for life. Don't just chase after goals. Chase after who you want to become. And now we're going to go to our words of the day. The first one is organize.
整理.
Organize just means put things in order. An example is the student organized her pencils according to color. The second word is goals.
目标.
Something you want to do, something you want to get, or someone you want to become. An example is, I work hard every day to achieve my goal. And the last word is achieve.
达成.
Achieve means to finish something, to complete a task. An example is, she achieved her dream to become an amazing public speaker. And the last thing I want to leave you guys with is, what is a goal that you want to achieve? Who do you want to become?
Yes, and that is our question for you, students. What is a goal you would like to achieve?
And that's all we have for today, kids. This has been Talks with Tyler
and Raymond.
And we'll see you next time.
See you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.